Welcome back, Flare community. Today, we're going to dive in a little bit deeper into the Flare Network community call. And in this introductory video, we're going to find out what makes Flare so special. What are the things that make it unique? And what are the foundational components of the Flare and also the Songbird network? Hugo gives a great overview in the opening moments of his presentation. So let's jump in.
So I'm going to cover really what Flare is building. So first of all, what makes it unique and what those capabilities that are unique about it enable. So Flare is a layer 1. It's a layer 1 that runs the Ethereum virtual machine. That means it has smart contracts, like many blockchains that run the Ethereum virtual machine. And it's fast. But most importantly, it has two unique components that allow it to do things that no other blockchain can do. The first of that is a proof of stake based oracle for prices called the Flare Time Series Oracle. And we've launched that on Songbird, and so far we have close to about 100 data providers. And that's been very successful so far. And the second, which is something that may even be slightly more interesting than the FTSO in the long run, is what we call the state connector. It comes to consensus over the state of external systems. So that can be a blockchain, or it can be an API from the internet. So a database with an API, an open API. Absolutely everything else that we're building follows from this set of things. An L1 with the EVM, the FTSO, and the state connector. And so I'm just going to run through very quickly, just a little more detail on the FTSO and the state connector. So what the Flare Time Series Oracle is doing is, at least in the first instance, it's solving for price. But in reality, it can solve for any probabilistic data set, which has a time series. And so what you do with your Songbird tokens currently, and what you will be doing with your Flare tokens in the future, is you'll be delegating them to price providers. As I said, since we launched Songbird, we have close to 100 of them. You delegate your tokens, and the price providers on your behalf put prices into the system. And those prices are aggregated in the FTSO smart contract. This forms a distribution. The smart contract cuts the tails of the distribution off. So it removes the top 25% and the lower 25% of prices, leaving it with the 50% in the middle. It then takes the weighted average median, weighted by your delegation, and that weighted average median gives us the price. It sounds simple, but there's a lot of game theory in it. But so far, it's been extremely useful and extremely robust. The system currently handles about 100 data providers, and I think about 15 or 16 different price series. We're looking at ways to upgrade that so that it can handle thousands of price providers and thousands of price series. And that's some of the work we're doing with Max Walter. The state connector is Flare's oracle for getting the state of any other system, whether that be a blockchain or a database. And it's really unlike anything else that's been built before. So it's the first real oracle with a real consensus protocol integrated. And I won't go too deeply on this because we have a great presentation from Xavi and a demo from Luca coming up. But what it does is it applies to consensus to an external system. And this gives us a much, much more robust way than we think anything else in the industry to be able to get data from an external system and use that with a smart contract on Flare.
So these three components are the building blocks of the Flare network. We have the EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine, which allows the network to process smart contracts. We have the FTSO, the Flare Time Series Oracle, which ingests price feeds from various signal providers and then outputs a decentralized average. And finally, we have the state connector, giving the opportunity for people to bring on-chain and off-chain data onto the Flare network in a decentralized manner. It really is something special, and with these three ingredients, I'm sure the Flare network will be able to follow the recipe and connect everything. Now, connecting everything cannot be understated. This is a huge problem within the crypto space. Interoperability is a keyword that you should definitely look forward to, and it's the Flare team that are really paving the way. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for some more episodes like this in the near future, and until next time, I'm out.
Control, we have liftoff.
I just wanted to say a big thank you to all those who have helped support the channel. And if you want to take your support to the next level, please feel free to check the Patreon linked in the top right, which will give you access to giveaways every single week. Until next time, I'm out.